The recent times, particularly all over the web, you would see discussions about vector databases. And in fact, there are so many videos which clearly explains the concept about the vector databases, which is widely used due to the AI component involved. Particularly, it can work with the artificial intelligence as well. But I hardly find any kind of a demonstrations in the vector database. So that's where I thought the Oracle 23 AI. Let me give a brief demonstration about the 23 AI database, which is actually a vector database. So if you look at the vector database, let's take a example of a two-dimensional graph. So if you want to, there is one point over here, right, in 0, 0, and then it goes up to distance of 10. So 10, 0 on the x-axis, and y-axis will continue to be a 0. So if you think through, I mean, prior Oracle 23 AI database, can you find this distance? That is from point x-axis 0, 0 to 10, x-axis 10, and y-axis of course 0. So can you find that? But a prior 23 AI of Oracle, we didn't have that. And similarly, let's take it further. Assuming it is 0, 0 over here and 4, 3, what is this distance? So it is something like um, you have 0 to this point is 0, 0, and this point is uh, 4, 3. I mean, this point. So in that case, what is the distance over here? So it's actually kind of a Pythagorean theorem because it's kind of a triangle, not a kind of a triangle, it's a triangle. So you have a point over here and you have a point over here. The second point is here, the first point is over here, 0, 0. The second point is 4, 3 over here. And then what is the distance? The distance is, of course, the Pythagorean theorem. So do we find the distance? How do we find the distance? Just with a select statement. That's important. That's with just the select statement. How is it possible? That's what is possible with the 23 AI itself. We'll see that. Now see a demonstration. Currently, I'm in the Oracle 23 AI database version, if you see here, and I'm in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. So you can create the database. It's if you have a free tier account, it's also possible. With a free tier account, you can create a 23 AI database. Earlier, I mean, about 6 to 8 months back, till then, it was they had only up to 19C, and probably I think from Jan, I'm not sure, probably around Jan 2025 they have introduced the autonomous database with 23 AI as well. So you could create the database in OCI to its learning purpose and learn it. So let me go into database action, the Oracle SQL part. Um, and there, yes, as I had discussed earlier, the point is suppose if you want to find the distance, what is the distance between the point in the graph plotted over here, 0, 0 to 10, 0. That is on the y-axis is still 0. So there is it's a pretty straightforward SQL. This is the SQL vector distance, vector 0, 0, and vector, the second vector is 10, 0, and this is the function Euclidean distance. And let me copy it and then run it over here in the my worksheet. So if I run it over here, the query is getting executed. It should we should expect the distance as something like a 10. Yeah, it is showing 10. The distance is 10 over here. Now similarly, The second one is, of course, if you see, it's a the answer we know is 5, because if you look at it, it's 0 0, and 4 in x-axis and y-axis is 3, so it's a kind of a triangle. So not a kind, as I said, it's a triangle. Pythagorean's theorem should apply, and in that case automatically it should apply. And similarly, if you have this kind of a select statement, select number, vector distance, vector 0 0 and vector 4 3, that is this point, what is the distance? So I'm just using the SQL statement alone, no PL SQL code block to write a Pythagorean theorem, nothing of that sort, no program, just a select statement, and see what happens over here. Also, whether it is returning 5 is what we are going to see. So the query is getting executed. We'll wait for it to complete and see what happens. And here it is. So distance is 5, because that's a Pythagorean theorem. Just to recollect, if you look at it, yeah, this is the Pythagorean theorem, 3 and 4, the answer is 5. So this is a kind of a basic example. There are a lot of discussions, theoretical discussions, as how it works in the vector database. So I thought those things didn't have much of a demonstration. This is a kind of a starting point. You can still create tables, that is all possible. Vector tables you can have. I mean, the data type is vector, which is not there in earlier versions or earlier releases, that is prior 23 AI. Now you have a data type as a vector as well, so that even you can store information as vector information and then use it for either use it for SQL or PL SQL or even Python or JavaScript. You can use it in your program to find out appropriately, appropriate applications, whether it is for AI, chatbot, all those uses. Now the vector AI. I hope you found this useful. This is a kind of a starting demonstration example I thought I should provide. So please do subscribe to my channel and do share. Thank you and cheers.